Buckle up, fellow tech adventurers, for we're about to embark on an electrifying journey into the heart of innovation. Welcome to Evolution Tech, where we unveil the untold story behind the electric vehicle revolution. Picture this: a world where the hum of combustion engines is replaced by the silent purr of electric motors, where the air is cleaner and the roads are greener. But amidst the buzz of excitement, there's a twist in the tale. It seems Joe Biden's electrifying push for electric vehicles may have hit a bump in the road. Join us as we peel back the layers to uncover the riveting truth behind the electric vehicle revolution. It appears that car manufacturers, once at the forefront of this electrifying wave, are now grappling with uncertainty. From strong-arming companies to ditch gas cars to imposing strict emissions policies, political leaders have been revving up the engine of electric vehicles. But here's where the plot thickens. The grand plan seems to have hit a snag, and the electric vehicle market is careening off course. Industry titans like Honda, GM, and BMW have slammed on the brakes and are giving the cold shoulder to EV regulations. It appears that the once thriving EV hype train has run out of steam. But why the sudden shift in interest? Are we only scratching the surface of a much deeper narrative? Welcome to the heart of the matter, where carmakers are practically pleading with President Biden to ease off the accelerator on the EV craze. Why? Because they're staring down the barrel of financial ruin. Biden's relentless push for EVs has sent shockwaves across the automotive industry. Word on the street is that he's strong-arming every carmaker into jumping on the EV bandwagon, much to their chagrin. They're well aware that going all in on EVs could potentially drive them into the red. But why the reluctance, you ask? The truth is plain and simple. EVs just aren't flying off the shelves, despite the hype. Gas-powered cars continue to reign supreme as the preferred choice among consumers. Let's delve into the new EPA standards, which have set ambitious targets for pollution reduction from new vehicles. We're talking about a whopping 56% reduction by 2032 compared to 2026. Biden's vision? By 2026, 2 out of every 3 cars sold should be EVs. But how does he plan to achieve this feat? By pushing for more electric vehicle sales, of course. President Biden has set a target of 50% zero-emission vehicle sales by 2030. However, the EPA is upping the ante, much to the dismay of car companies. You see, these automakers made grandiose promises about embracing the EV revolution. Yet, now that the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law are in full swing, they're feeling the heat. If they don't start ramping up EV sales, they'll be staring down the barrel of hefty fines. Ford is already nursing a $4 billion loss, VW is drowning in debt, and GM almost threw in the towel on EV production, all thanks to questionable leadership. These automotive juggernauts have already poured over $210 billion into transitioning to zero-emission vehicles in the States, with plans to invest another $1.3 trillion by 2030. Talk about putting your money where your mouth is. But here's the kicker. All these pledges were made before the Inflation Reduction Act became law. Now that it's here, the carmakers are singing a different tune. They're crying foul, claiming that the EPA regulations are simply unrealistic. GM wants to stick to Biden's 50% target for 2030 instead of aiming for 100% zero-emission vehicles by 2035. Nissan is backtracking on their promises, and Honda is adopting a wait-and-see approach, hinting that their public announcements shouldn't be taken too seriously. And then there's Toyota, boasting about their fleet of electrified vehicles but dragging their feet when it comes to fully embracing EVs. It's as if they're caught in a time warp while the rest of the world is hurtling towards an electrified future. Stellantis has also thrown shade at the EPA's proposal, highlighting the disparity between bold commitments and behind-closed-door skepticism. It's a delicate dance of public proclamation and private uncertainty. Now brace yourselves for a bombshell report that's shaking up the EV world. This report is dropping truth bombs left and right, revealing that EVs are plagued with a whopping 80% more issues than their gas-guzzling counterparts. But hold on, there's more. Hybrids are emerging as the unsung heroes, boasting 25% fewer problems than their gas-guzzling counterparts. It's a tale of two technologies, with pure EVs finding themselves in a bit of a pickle. You might be wondering why anyone would ditch EVs if they're so fantastic. Well, buckle up as we delve into the nitty-gritty. These EVs are causing quite a commotion due to some major issues that the report has brought to light, from battery blues to shoddy craftsmanship and charging nightmares. EV owners are facing a myriad of challenges. It's a high-stakes game with limited range and soaring prices. So, what's the game plan for these automotive giants? Well, they're pumping the brakes on EV production in North America and pushing back manufacturing targets to 2025. Tesla's slashing prices, Ford's cutting production, and Mercedes-Benz is sounding the alarm on the brutal realities of the EV market. Automakers are slashing EV prices just to keep up. With Ford losing a staggering $36,000 on each EV sold last quarter. While EVs are gathering dust on dealer lots, gas-powered cars are flying off the shelves. So, what does the future hold for EVs? Experts are casting doubt on hitting that 67% EV market target by 2032. Right now, EVs only hold a meager 7.9% market share in the US. Automakers are re-evaluating their strategies, and we might see some delays in new EV model launches. So, if you're contemplating whether to dive into the world of electric vehicles, tread cautiously. Now, the million-dollar question. Do you take the plunge and invest in an electric vehicle laden with potential issues? Or do you play it safe with a reliable and more affordable hybrid? The choice is yours, but one thing's for certain, the electric vehicle revolution is just getting started. Stay tuned for more electrifying updates, only on Evolution Tech. Subscribe now to stay ahead of the curve and join our community of tech enthusiasts, where innovation meets excitement. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat.